All right, we have Houston coach Ronald Hughey, junior Tiara Young, and sophomore Laila Blair. We will open it up with coach's statement, and then we will open it up to questions in the room and then with our Zoom. For those of you on the Zoom, if you want to raise your hand so we can know to call on you. Once we get out there, we'll call you individually so you can unmute and ask your questions. Coach, if you want to start with your opening statement.
First of all, hats off to Lisa Stockton and that Tulane team. Really good team, had a really good run, and don't want to take anything away from them. But we came in with the same game plan that we had when we played them at home and lost a close game, I think by 2 or 3 points. And then the same thing at their place when we lost by 3 or 4 points. The difference today was we had a little bit more sense of urgency. And I think y'all saw that at the start of the game. A little bit more mentality, a little bit more will, a little bit more heart. And we wasn't going to be denied, especially these two up here setting the tone. Again, hats off to our team, our bench, our energy, our culture. I think everybody saw that on display tonight, just because, it was energy and fight, and you can never see that we were down or looking to let it get away this time. We just stayed in the fight and continue to keep going.
All right, we'll start off with Chuck with the first question, and then anybody out on the Zoom, if you want to raise your hand and make sure that we can call on you here in just a second.
Coach, congratulations on advancing. You got off to obviously a great start, jumped on them pretty early. What does it say about your team and specifically the performance of the two players to your left that you were able to kind of hold off their charges down the stretch here when they threatened to come back here?
Yeah, the start, it was tremendous for us. I think it was pent up energy because, again, even when we got up this morning at breakfast, they were already talking about the game and anxious to get to it. So we talked about just staying in our scouts and doing everything necessary to be successful. Don't worry about winning the game. Just take care of the things that take care of winning. And I think that's why you saw that focused start that we came out with. And then down the stretch, we just wanted to make sure that we were sure with the basketball. And when they put different lineups, we wanted to be able to just be able to counter that when they took Hyde out and put a guard in there. Tatiana Hill can guard anybody on the floor, so we wasn't afraid of that matchup. We just wanted to make sure we stayed correct on all the ball screen stuff, whether we were switching, whether we were sliding through, where we was any kind of ball screen call, and we wanted to finish strong and be aggressive down the stretch and not back off at all.
I guess for the student athletes, as Coach alluded to, this is the team that you faced twice and didn't beat previously. What was it about today that allowed you to carry this one over the finish line?
I would say our mindset. Like you said, we came in breakfast talking about the game, ready for the game. And our mindset was that we wasn't ready to go home.
Just what Tiara said, we came in here with one goal in mind, and we're taking that one game at a time. We know that we're a tough team. We know that we can come out and play our best anytime we want, and it's just us executing it every time. So it was the mindset for sure.
All right, we'll go next to Mr. Dunlap on the Zoom.
Yes, well, for Coach and both student athletes, just speak to the execution. I've caught all you guys game this season, and it seems just a different focus that you guys kind of know with everything that's on the line that you have going to finish that game out and going into the next game.
Exactly, and I know Dayon, you were happy to see the zone. Dayon's been great for us all year, and he was like, Coach Hughey, if you can get into more zones, man, I think it'll help you. And so I know he was excited about that. But yeah, the mindset, like Tiara and Laila mentioned, is, again, they have goals. This team has goals, and we know the season didn't go exactly the way we wanted it to. But again, it's not over. It's not over by a long shot. And they're carrying that mentality on their sleeves. And, at every time out, I didn't have to repeat myself on stuff. I didn't have to get people up and say, let's go, and things like that. They were saying that themselves, and you saw the look in their eyes. And so again, that culture that we're building, we're picking each other up and having confidence and taking care of each other, and those things, it's just started to exude through, everybody's skin. So again, at the end of the day, I think that culture of what we're building is continuing to grow, and you can be able to see it.
Looks like Jerry Woodley have a question.
Yes, Coach, this team started out with one thought on the mind as far as unfinished business. Today was a step in that direction. What was talked about after the conference regular season coming into the tournament and finishing unfinished business?
We still have that mindset of unfinished business, but we adopted our old one as well, as everything matters. Because again, I think our last 4 games, we were 3-1. We usually have a great February, and I think we lost 2 games this February, when last year we went undefeated in February. And so we wanted to come in this mindset of just everything matters. Every single thing matters. Every sprint, every clap, every diving on the floor for every ball, every rebound, just every single thing matters. And I think that mindset carried over with each and every one of them. And that unfinished business is still in the back of their minds. And we're still riding with that also. But I think when you talk about today, it was everything matters, because again, this team had out-rebounded us twice, especially on the offensive end. And like Moon Ursin, I think had 8 offensive rebounds the last game, and we held her to 0 this game. That shows that everything matters.
Coach, before we let you go, just look ahead to tomorrow's game against South Florida, a team you faced a week ago, and one that you'd probably like to maybe forget or use as certainly motivation to try to get this next one.
Yes, they're all motivation for us. That's the thing that I love. And I'll let these two speak on it, because again, they know how I feel already about the South Florida matchup. So I'll let both of them be able to talk about it as well.
Man, I really can't even put it into words, but what I can say, you're going to see it tomorrow when we step on the floor, and it's business. It's business. Like I said, 1-0 mentality, and we came here with one goal in mind, and the job's not finished.
Yeah, I would basically pick it up what she said. We just taking it one game at a time. We still have the same mindset, focus, locked in, and we just gonna let it be and see what tomorrow brings.
All right, any other questions from the gentleman on Zoom? All right, that's a wrap. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Tomorrow. Thank you. Y'all want to get ready?
It's a whole lot easier getting up those steps without heels on. I like this casual dressing now.
We have Tulane coach Lisa Stockton and senior Moon Ursin. We'll have coach give her opening statement here in just a second. For those of you that are out on the Zoom, if you would like to raise your hand so we can make sure we can call upon you when we're open for questions. Coach, if you want to open it up.
I think the overwhelming feeling is we're just tremendously disappointed. I think Houston did a very nice job and some things they did, and they made plays at the end. You know, when it comes down to it, you know, we didn't start well in the first half. We didn't start well in the second half. We got the game within 2, had an opportunity, and from that point on, they made plays and we did. And so, you know, this is a great league. I think it's tremendously competitive. And you know, it's made us a better team. You know, I wish we were playing tomorrow, but I think, you know, I think it's going to be a great finish.
Right. First off, we'll start off with Chuck.
Coach, how hard is it to beat a team 3 times in the same season, especially when, you know, the first 2 have been, you know, essentially 1 or 2 possession games?
You know, I always think that's an interesting phrase. You know, I think it's hard to beat a good team once, but, you know, and, you know, I think all these games are new and we certainly know each other. I thought it was an easier turnaround for us, but, you know, I thought our players knew what to expect. So in a way, you know, that's, you know, that makes it easier, but, you know, I don't know that it's anything to 3 times. I think it's a matter of who makes plays at the end. And I think our team has been very good at doing that all year, is if the game is in reach in the last 2 minutes, we can finish it. You know, we lead the league in free throw shooting, and we got 12 tonight. And, you know, we have more free throws than anybody in the league, and we got 12, you know, and I think that's an opportunity. I mean, that's how we beat them last time, was the free throw line. So, you know, it's just, you got to make your own breaks.
Dan Rodriguez.
That might have been inadvertent. Go with Jerry Woodley.
All right, Coach, let's talk about, you know, that last little minute and a half when you needed a shot, either an opportunity to get to the free throw line or a bucket, and it just didn't fall for you, and you felt like at some point everything would all kick in for the kids without you having to call a timeout.
Okay, I'm sorry, the last minute in.
Yeah, the last minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, you know, we got it within 2, and you know, as you're going, I don't know what the time was on the clock, but I mean, we got it within 2, definitely within in reach. You know, I felt like our defense wasn't as disciplined as it could be. We had a look, we had a good shot, it didn't go in. We couldn't make plays at the end. You know, we couldn't make shots at the end, and you know, didn't get the steal. So, you know, it was frustrating. I thought our team really fought hard, and you know, we tried to make our own opportunities and just didn't.
Guys, question for Moon. The challenge of going against a team like Houston when they have their 2, you know, big scorers going off like that. What were some of the challenges they posed with you today?
Well, it was knocking down shots, starting early. I mean, they came out shooting and they were hitting. I'm not taking anything away from Houston, but I think some of that was on us, just losing our focus and not communicating well with one another. And, you know, it's hard to come back from that. They got momentum early and we got down early. So we did some of it to ourselves, but they're a great team. They came out and they played well tonight. They hit some shots that we'll normally hit to match it, and ours just didn't fall.
Coach, last one for me. This obviously would not be your last game of the year. There's more basketball to be played this year for Tulane. What do you have to say for kind of where you stand right now relative to the national scene?
Well, I mean, we certainly feel like our future was in our hands. You know, I feel like that we've had a great schedule and we've done some things, and, you know, we've let a couple opportunities get away, but, you know, we want to play again. You know, I think that's something we really want to play again. And I think if we do play again, we'll be better and we'll be ready. And, you know, we're excited about that. But, you know, I definitely think this team has really gotten some attention and made some noise, and hopefully that'll be respected. Thank you.
All right, any other questions from our group on Zoom?
Yes, Coach, expand on that. You know, the conference is always talked about as, you know, top heavy, even before UConn left. But now the conference is balanced out, and multiple teams are having an opportunity to go to postseason play, whether the WNIT or to the NC2A. Where is the future now with the conference and women's basketball? Just looking on that part of it.
Well, again, I think the future's great for us. I mean, you got, I mean, I've been a part of a combination of this league a lot between Conference USA and the American. And even when UConn was in it, you know, I never felt that the competition from the top half to the bottom was what it is. And, you know, I think there's some great athletes, there's some great young players, there's some great young coaches. I think it's great. I think we're 6th league in the country this year. I think this is a place that we can stay there and move up. I think it's going to be, if we do the right things and we make the right decisions for this league, I think we can be a real player in basketball and women's basketball.
All right, any other questions? All right, thank you all.
Thank you.